Why don't you go see your boyfriend?
Yeah, he got a nice room. You won't have it long. He left a call for 7 a.m.
See if we can figure out something.
Listen to a plan.
Hiya. Wait a sec. I'm not sure if Vaughn's still in a call. Give me 1 minute. So, spontaneous little live here. Hey, Steve. I was actually just in the middle of digging around for some courts that aren't as often watched. I'm quickly going in to get rid of the hearts and all of that. I haven't done that yet. So apologies, it'll take just a minute. Comment moderation, customization. I can't be here for long because it's a dancing night. Seriously? A bug in my face? Been flipping back and forth between the two I mentioned to you earlier. Oh, the cases that I'm just so scared to cover them because if I get flagged for it, then I'm going to have problems because I'm still pretty new. I am somewhat considering the other one, the man who kept the people captive and whatnot. Okay, but this is a new one I found that I want to share before they go off. I don't know if this is interesting or not. I just thought it was very funny that there's a judge called David Goggins because of the Navy SEAL man. Oh, wrong side. So this is Judge David Goggins. And this seems to be landlord-tenant.
Motor credit versus Michelle Leak. In that matter.
Good morning, Your Honor. Deborah Winslow, P63179 on behalf of Ford Motor Credit.
Winslow. Do we have a Michelle Leak? Michelle Leak. Maybe make this decision a little bit easier, I guess. But this was actually, I guess I set the motion based on what was submitted for the collection. This is a motion for set aside installment payments.
Yes.
And my own concern was I just showed from, it looked like all this year was consistent payments. And then obviously the years before, just seemed like it was out of, just the time frame on it.
And Your Honor, if she showed up, I was going to discuss with her about just maybe resetting the payment installment order. Because the two payments she's behind are from last year. And she did make a payment just on August 6th. So.
Well, and I appreciate it. That's kind of what my intention was, just let the two of you talk, but it looks like she didn't appear anyways. Do you still want to go through with your motion then? Is that what you want to do?
Yes, Your Honor, for now, and then, we can discuss with her possibly resetting a new payment arrangement.
Okay, I'll grant the motion to set aside the installment payments. And the orders in the file, I just signed it for you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thanks for showing up.
Yep, have a
Yep,
good day.
bye. Bye.
He reminds me of Phil's dad in Modern Family. Also keeping an eye on Judge Simpson for Mr. Heenan. Haven't seen him yet. He fell a little behind.
How about Dort Financial Credit Union versus Alexis Weatherspoon?
Yes, Judge, I'm here for that.
Oh, Miss Brown. Well, we're becoming old friends again. I see you all right now.
I know.
This also schedule looks like for debtor's exam.
Yes,
Do they-
I see Miss Weatherspoon here if you just want to put us in the breakout room.
Okay, sure. Miss Weatherspoon?
Yes.
Oh, there you are. I guess you're right in the center of my screen. I'll put you back in the breaker room, talk to Miss Rilo for a few minutes. You want to do that? Okay.
Yep.
All right, hold on just a minute.
Thanks.
Sure.
Okay, I'm actually going to swap to Judge Simpson because there's quite a lot of chat about the guy in court at the moment. Probably because he's a hottie.
Should be on Zoom.
Yeah, we do see him, kind of. Oh, there he is.
Sorry.
Davis, can you state your name, please?
Slate Davis, Your Honor.
All right. I have before me a plea form. Is that what we're doing?
Yes, Your Honor, except there's a couple just tiny things to address, where it says okay to seek HIDA. This is prosecutor's extended HIDA, so this is the people's agreement.
That's right.
And the balance of that statement is a killabrew between the people and the defense. My client fully understands you're not the sentencing judge, that you can't bind the sentencing judge, and he's filled out a sentencing judge waiver.
All right, very good. All right. The plea form indicates that the defendant would be pleading guilty to the charge of illegal entry, the 90-day offense. Upon his successful plea to that charge, that's an added count 3. Counts 1 and 2 would be dismissed, along with the agreements as mentioned by Mr. Simon. That's the court's full understanding.
One last thing, Your Honor, there's been great attempts by Mr. Childers to try to determine restitution. He's not been successful, and not because of his effort, in getting a figure. So if restitution is claimed and if we deem it unreasonable, we're going to challenge that amount. But otherwise, we will pay restitution that's reasonable.
All right, very good. All right, Mr. Davis, can you raise your right hand, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
State your name for the record.
Slate Davis.
All right, you can put your hand down. Sir, it is this court's understanding that you're going to plead guilty to the charge of breaking and entering or illegal entry. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 90 days in jail and or a $500 fine plus court costs. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. You also understand, sir, that while I'm taking your plea, I would not be your sentencing judge, and you would be sentenced before Judge Perry in the 15th District Court.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Understanding all of that, you still wish to plead guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
And to that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty, Your Honor.
Now, you understand that by pleading guilty, you'll not have a trial of any kind.
Yes, Your Honor.
You signed an advice of rights form, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any questions regarding those rights?
No, Your Honor.
Please look at paragraph 5. Those are your rights which are part of a trial. You understand that by pleading guilty, you'll be giving up those rights as well as all the rights on that form.
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of right.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you on probation or parole?
No, Your Honor.
Has anybody promised you anything other than what's been stated here today on the record to get you to plead?
No, Your Honor.
Has anybody threatened you or coerced?
No, Your Honor.
You're doing this voluntarily and of your own free will?
Yes, Your Honor.
And also because you believe that you're guilty of this offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
December 15, 2023, at the location of 806 Hill Street, City of Ann Arbor, Washington County, State of Michigan. Did you enter that building?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you have the owner's permission to enter that dwelling?
No, Your Honor.
I think that's it. Counsel, have I complied with the court rule? Would it be proper to accept this defendant's plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
I guess I should say, there's only one other thing. You don't have any ownership in that property that you entered. Is that correct?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Court will accept the defendant's plea of guilty to count 3. Counts 1 and 2 are dismissed. Pre-sentence investigation and report is ordered at 15th District Court. Probation sentencing will be
September 13th at 9:30 before Judge Perry.
September 13th, 2024, 9:30 before Judge Perry. Bonds will continue.
Thank you.
Court does call the case of the People versus Zachary Allen. Set it for the Joe Simon show. Oh,
David I. Goldstein appearing on behalf of the defendant. Your Honor, I do have vice of rights for.
your name, sir?
Zachary Allen.
All right. I have before me a plea form. That's what we're doing today.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. It indicates that the defendant will be pleading guilty to the added charge of operating while visibly impaired, a 93-day offense. Upon a successful plea, counts 1 and 2 would be dismissed. That's the court's full understanding of the agreement.
That's a correct statement, Your Honor.
I need Mr. Goldstein's signature on that.
I wish we could watch Judge Slay. I've tried all the
And may I have the defendant's one?
Right. You solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth self be God.
Yes, sir.
State your name.
Zachary Allen.
All right, Mr. Allen, it's this court's understanding you're going to plead guilty to the charge of operating while visibly impaired. That is a misdemeanor, punishable by up to 93 days in jail, up to a $300 fine plus court costs. The court could order community service or any rehabilitative programs the court deems necessary. The court could also order your vehicle immobilized. Could order you to pay the cost of the prosecution as well as the cost of any emergency governmental services. You understand all of that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
In understanding that, do you still wish to plead to this charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
I should also advise you that while I'm taking your plea, I would not be your sentencing judge, and you would be sentenced before Judge Freshour in the 14A4 District Court. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Still wish to plead
Yes, Your Honor.
to that charge? How do you plead?
Guilty, Your Honor.
Now, you understand that by pleading guilty, you'll not have a trial of any kind.
Yes, Your Honor.
You signed an advice of rights form, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any question regarding any of those rights?
No, Your Honor.
Please look at paragraph 5. Those are your rights which are part of a trial. You understand that by pleading guilty, you'll be giving up those rights as well as all the rights on that form.
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of rank.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you on probation or parole?
No, Your Honor.
Has anybody promised you anything other than what's been stated here today on the record to get you to plead?
No, Your Honor.
Anybody threaten you or coerce you?
No, Your Honor.
You're doing this voluntarily
Yes, Your Honor.
of your own free will
Yes, Your Honor.
and because you believe that you're guilty of this offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
On April 21st, 2022, at the location of Schaefer Court near Baker Road in Manchester, Washington County, State of Michigan, were you operating a motor vehicle?
Yes, Your Honor.
Prior to operating that motor vehicle, had you ingested a controlled substance?
Yes, Your Honor.
What was that?
Cocaine.
All right. Were you stopped by the police?
No, sir. No, Your Honor.
All right. Did you come into contact with?
Yes, Your Honor. Yeah.
How did that happen?
I crashed into a tree, Your Honor.
Okay. Were you taken to the hospital ultimately?
Yes, Your Honor.
Was there a blood draw?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did the results of that blood test reveal either the presence of cocaine and or its derivative?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any reason to dispute those blood test results?
No, Your Honor.
Taking everything into consideration on that date and at that time, do you believe that your ability to operate that motor vehicle was impaired due to your ingestion of cocaine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, have I complied with the court rule?
You are satisfied, Your Honor.
I'm satisfied, Your Honor.
Court will accept the defendant's plea of guilty to count 3. Counts 1 and 2 are dismissed. Pre-sentence investigation and report is ordered at 1484 District Court. Sentencing in this matter will be
September 3rd at 9 a.m. before Judge Fresh Hour.
September 3rd, 2024, 9 a.m. before Judge Fresh Hour. Bonds with its conditions will continue. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Your Honor, how do we contact, does he have to contact Judge Fresh Hour's court for the pre-sentence report?
Yes.
Okay, is there the number on it?
Pardon?
Is there a slip or a card with a number on it?
No, we can get it for you, Mr. Colson. If you got the hand, she'll get it.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Court calls the case, People versus Ahmad Beydoun.
Honorable Everett, on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Uwe Dawes appearing with and on behalf of Ahmed Beydoun. Ahmed, please state your name for the record.
Ahmed Beydoun.
We're here for probable cause count.
Wait. I have to tell you about this guy. Okay, so I don't see him on the docket for today. Heenan. Is it the 13th? Yes, it is. What? Okay, give me a sec to quickly get to my channel. So I did this video of this super interesting debate, and there is another one to put in between this. Entering a motion, I think I'm going to say. Basically, this guy is accused of being a PDF file and allegedly works at a school for kids on the spectrum. So I haven't done the other video yet because I'm waiting to hear when the main one is, and then I'm going to put them all together.
Last we were here, the court wanted to see progress on discovery. I think we were working off of a list of mine that I had submitted to the process office. I did bring that back this time in 3 copies, one for the court, one for Ms. Willenbring.
Brought back what?
A list of follow-up discovery items that I had sent to the process office on June 14.
Is that the list of 4?
I'm sorry?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it was a list of back then of 14 items, some of which have since been provided, some are still outstanding. I think the court wanted to go back reviewing where we were in the status of discovery and then.
All right.
Ms. Ryder did appear in the last hearing. I did watch it, so I am up to speed on what was discussed. I do believe that is at least partially accurate. People did provide Dearborn police reports. I followed up with the detective about any vehicle search documents that he might have. The detective in charge was out last week, so I imagine I will get some follow-up this week. Already did on Monday. Turned over the interview at the Child Advocacy Center. So maybe a few things outstanding, but I imagine it will get to defense counsel in the next week or so.
All right. All right. So what do you want me to do?
Further, if I may, Your Honor, we had, I think my understanding was that there were 2 choices for exam, sort of. It was set for the 27th, but that Your Honor also has PE dates on September 17th. Is that accurate?
I do.
The detective in this case is going to be out of the country on the 27th, so I was hoping we could set it for the 17th. First Assistant Reiser would be covering at that point. And then hopefully that will give us a little bit more time for any outstanding matters.
I believe the September 17 PE date would be just fine. As far as discovery,
I was hoping to set it for the 27th only so Ms. Reiser didn't have to be there because she kept saying Ms. Willenbring may not be there. That made me sad. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
I wonder now if, since there's still discovery items coming, and I take Ms. Willenbring's word for that, should we set another PCC to check where we are at that? And
That's fine. What I'll do is I'll adjourn the preliminary exam date that we set to the September 17th. That was before me, 2024, 9 a.m. That is before me. I will also set a probable cause exam date that we set to the September 17th. That was before me, 2024, 9 a.m. That is before me. I will also set a probable cause conference for the 12th of September. So a week before, so we can figure out exactly where we are.
Very good.
All right.
That'll work. There was another item about Mr. Bedun's bond conditions. I had submitted a list of internet addresses that he's looking to access for work. This is coming out of an earlier bond modification motion that was denied, but I think at the time the court invited at least specific requests, and that's what I have submitted.
Have the people had an opportunity to check into these?
I mean, I read his email, I didn't, forward this to my officer in charge. It looks like it's going to be information that's entirely accessed at work, but I think regardless, I'm going to object for the record. I don't think you should access the internet, and I don't think that there is any useful way to monitor that, so.
And I would agree. I'm not gonna get into that, the specifics. If the people in defense can agree on some way in which to do that, then I don't have a problem, but I'm not changing the order.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
And I made note of that. I will circle back to Ms. Williams.
Thank you. Court calls case, People versus Brandon Cole.
Excuse me just one moment, Your Honor. Need to remove that. Good afternoon, or good morning, Your Honor. Marcia Crater on behalf of Mr. Cole. Mr. Cole, can you please state your name?
Brendan Cole.
Thank you.
Your Honor, we are still trying to ensure that discovery is complete. We're waiting for a response from the OIC, from the Taco Bell manager, to see if there is video that is still outstanding. So we'd be respectfully requesting a 2-week adjournment in this matter.
Without objection, August 29, 2024, 9 a.m. or your invite indicates bond continues.
What was that date again? I'm sorry.
29.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate you very much.
Thank you. Court calls the case, People versus Hamad Williams.
I'm busy editing a video that is something along the lines of, it's always a bad idea to swear at the judge. And I've got 2 Judge Simpsons, 1 Judge Brayley, 1 Daniel, can't remember I think it's 57th District Court, and then another random one, all of people swearing.
Again, good afternoon, Your Honor. Marcia Crater on behalf of Mr. Williams. Mr. Williams, can you please state your name?
My Williams.
Your Honor, we are still waiting for another charge to make its way up to for a probable cause conference. It's a reauthorization. I had an opportunity to speak with Ms. Hughes about this issue. She can elaborate a little more. We would ask for a 2-week adjournment so that possibly both cases would track at the same time for the probable cause conference.
2 weeks is fine for that.
2 weeks. Probable cause conference, August 29th, 2024, 9 a.m. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Court does call the case of the People versus Peter Heenan.
Ah!
People.
Your Honor, Mr. Heaton just stepped out to our meeting, so.
So you want me to issue a bench warrant? Oh, okay, I'll pass it, counsel. Fine.
No, don't pass it.
Court calls the case, People versus Ian Beck. These are all. You want me to call them all together?
We can call them separately.
Call them separately? Okay. All right, then I'll start with Ian Beck.
I think these are the,
Good morning, Your Honor. Allison Krieger for Mr. Beck, who's beside me.
I have a plea form. Is that what we're doing today?
That's correct.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Plea form indicates that the defendant will be pleading guilty to the misdemeanor charge of attempted resisting and obstructing a police officer, the 1-year offense. On his successful plea to that charge, counts 1 and 2 would be dismissed. There is also an indication of no objection to hideout.
That's my understanding as well, Your Honor.
All right, there you go. Congratulations. May I have him sworn?
Right. You solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
State your name.
Ian Beck.
All right. Sir, it is this court's understanding that you're going to be pleading guilty to the charge of attempted resisting and obstructing a police officer. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 1 year incarceration and a $1,000 fine plus court costs. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand also that while I'm taking your plea, I would not be your sentencing judge in this matter, and that you would be sentenced before Judge Valvo in the 15th District Court. You understand that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Understanding all of that, you still wish to plead guilty?
Yes.
And to that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty.
No, you understand that by pleading guilty, you'll not have a trial of any kind.
Yes, Your Honor.
You signed an advice of rights for every day, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any question regarding any of those rights?
No.
Please look at paragraph 5. There's a copy on the podium there. Those are your rights which are part of a trial. You understand that by pleading guilty, you'll be giving up those rights as well as all the rights in that form.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand you're giving up your right to appeal of right?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Are you on probation or parole?
No.
Has anybody promised you anything other than what's been stated here today on the record to get you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
Anybody threaten you or coerce?
No, Your Honor.
You're doing this voluntarily of your own free will?
Yes.
And because you believe that you're guilty of this offense?
Yes.
November 17, 2023, at the location of 1109 Geddes Avenue, City of Ann Arbor, Washtenaw County, State of Michigan, did you come into contact with Konitz or Contz, a police officer with the University of Michigan Department of Public Safety?
I did.
All right. What happened?
I held open a door and he attempted to remove me from it.
And may I word your
Yes, please.
And so he gave you an order to tell you to leave. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And you knew he was a police officer when he did that?
That's correct.
And you did not follow that order?
Correct.
Okay. And the location that was University of Michigan property?
Yes.
At the time, you didn't have authority to be there?
No.
That's why is it correct you didn't have authority to be there at that time?
That's
Okay.
Yes,
And he was asking you to leave, right? And you failed to follow that instruction?
Yes, Your Honor.
To clarify, Your Honor, he did. When he was asked to leave, he then no longer had authority to be there. That's correct.
Right.
Right.
Okay. All right. Well, and we better make sure, and you understood that once the officer asked you to leave, that you needed to leave those premises?
Yes, that's correct.
All right, and you failed to follow that instruction?
Correct, Your Honor.
Okay, I think we got through all of the nuances.
Thank you, Your Honor.
That. Counsel, have I complied with the court ruling? Would it be proper to accept this defendant's plea?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Court will accept the defendant's plea of guilty to count 3. Counts 1 and 2 are dismissed. Pre-sentence investigation and report is ordered at 15th District Court probation. Sentencing in this matter will be
September 5th at 1:30 before Judge Valvo.
September 5th, 2024, 1:30 before Judge Valvo.
Your Honor, if I was unavailable that date, would I take that up with Judge Valvo's clerk?
If you're not available that day?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you gotta take it up with.
Okay, all right, then I won't bother this
Okay.
with my scheduling conflicts.
All right. Thank you. Bond in this matter will be.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Court does call the case, People versus Timothy Marvin.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jamil Kuja appearing on behalf of Timothy Marvin. He's approaching.
Your name, sir?
Timothy Marvin.
Hands on your heart. All right. I have before me a plea form. The plea form indicates. He wasn't telling you to put your hands out. Were you? Oh, okay.
Being extra cautious today.
What is that?
I said he's being extra cautious to comply with police orders today.
Oh, okay.
Too late.
Did you give an order? No? Okay, never mind. I'm just asking. I didn't know. Walking around, the guy's got his hands up. All right, folks, I have a plea form. The plea form indicates that the defendant would be pleading guilty to an added charge of attempted resisting and obstructing a police officer to 1-year offense. Upon a successful plea to that charge, count 1 would be dismissed. And also, as for the other one, there's no objection to high.
That's correct.
That's the court's full understanding.
That is accurate, Judge.
I have him sworn.
Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
State your name.
Timothy Marvin.
Sir, it is this court's understanding that you are going to be pleading guilty to the charge of attempted resisting and obstructing a police officer. That is a misdemeanor, punishable by up to 1 year incarceration and $1,000 fine plus court costs. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand also that while I'm taking your plea, I would not be your sentencing judge, and you would be sentenced before Judge Valvo in the 15th District Court.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Understanding all of that, do you still wish to plead guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
And to that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Now, you understand that by pleading guilty, you will not have a trial of any kind.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you signed an advice of rights form today, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any questions regarding any of those rights?
No, Your Honor.
Please look at paragraph 5. Those are your rights which are part of a trial. There's a copy on the podium.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Those are your rights which are part of a trial. You understand by pleading guilty, you'll be giving up those rights as well as all the rights on that form.
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of right.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Are you on probation or parole?
No, Your Honor.
Has anybody promised you anything other than what's been stated here today on the record to get you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
Anybody threaten you or coerce?
No, Your Honor.
You're doing this voluntarily
Yes, Your Honor.
of your own free will
Yes, Your Honor.
and because you believe that you are indeed guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
November 17, 2023, at the location of 1109 Geddes Avenue, City of Ann Arbor, Washington County, State of Michigan. Did you come into contact with a police officer, Aaron, is it Phelps? From the University of Michigan Department of Public Safety?
Yes, Your Honor.
What happened?
I was holding a door open and I was ordered to leave, and I understood that he was a police officer at that time, and I disobeyed that order.
And at the time that you were asked to leave, you understood at that time that you did not have authority to be there, to be on those premises and hold that door at that point.
Was this some kind of peaceful protest or something?
Yeah.
Yes, I understood that, Your Honor.
All right. And you understood that the officer was giving you a lawful command.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. You failed to follow that instruction.
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, have I complied with the court rule? Would it be proper to accept this defendant's plea?
People are satisfied. Yes, I'm satisfied, Your Honor.
Court will accept the defendant's plea of guilty to count 2. Count 1 is dismissed. Pre-sentence investigation and report is ordered at 15th District Court probation. Sentencing in this matter will be
September 5th at 1:30 before Judge Valvo.
September 5th, 2024, 1:30 before Judge Valvo. Found in this case will continue.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank
Have a
you.
good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Court calls the case, People versus Edward Traeger.
Good afternoon. Good morning, Judge Doug Molkoff. I represent Mr. Traeger, and I think that Mr. Childers would agree that Mr. Vieira's case could also be called together.
That's fine, Your Honor.
Okay. So
I'm standing in for Mr. Minnick on that case.
Oh, okay. All right. Court does also call the case of the People versus Gabriel Vieira.
Mr. was appearing on behalf of the people on the case as well.
Doug Molkoff representing both defendants.
All right, and I do have before me amended complaints with an added count 2 in each case of attempted resisting and obstructing a police.
Could I tell the court that I have received copies of both of these amended complaints, shared them with the two defendants who read them, and it is our request that the court, that they stand mute in the court, enter not guilty pleas on their behalf.
All right. Defendants having stood mute, pleading not guilty, court will enter a not guilty, or pleading standing mute to the charges, court will enter a not guilty plea as to. All right.
Your Honor, our intention today, I would be moving to dismiss the court and have the misdemeanor count remanded to the 15th District Court. The expectation in this case is that both Mr. Traeger and Mr. Guerrero will enter the 15th District Court pre-plea diversion. Based on their each individual situation, they wouldn't be eligible for HIDA or something to that effect. So this is the outcome that we have worked out among the parties. Obviously, if either defendant fails to comply with the 15th District Court pre-plea program, we would reserve the right to reinstate the felony counts.
Okay, so on Mr. Traeger's case, you're dismissing. I think there's two
felony counts.
2 felony counts. You're dismissing. Right. Okay, you're dismissing counts 1 and 2, proceeding on 3.
Correct.
And then on the other one, you're dismissing count 1.
Yes.
Got it.
That's our understanding.
All right. What I will do is I will indicate counts 1 and 2 in Mr. Traeger's case is dismissed, and the other matter, count 1 is dismissed. These will proceed to 15th District Court for pretrial. Do I have a pretrial name?
It's September 13th at 9:30. They're both before Judge.
I'll let these get set. Okay, so just make sure I got these forms right here.
I will.
Pretrial then will be set before a judge. Both cases get Judge Perry.
Yep.
All right. Pretrial will be set before Judge Perry, and I'm sorry, what was that time?
9:30. September 13th at 9:30.
Thank you. September 13th, 2024, 9:30 before Judge Perry.
Judge, could I ask the court's indulgence on an issue?
Sure.
The date of the 13th works for all of us. However, my client and his wife, who is present here, Mr. Traeger, planned a 3-day trip to Pennsylvania the week before that, and I'd asked the court to allow.
Part of Pennsylvania.
I'm not sure. Philadelphia, where the speech was given the other day by Kamala Harris. The request we're making is that the bond be modified to permit out-of-state travel to Philadelphia. That's 3 days, the week in advance of this next pretrial.
And what dates, I'm sorry, was he traveling?
6 to 9.
September 6th.
September 6th.
Got it.
September 9, Monday. The 9th.
Court will permit travel. Can you put that under other? September 9th in.
Because Heenan's in there.
She's slow. Court does call the case, People versus Xavier Priester.
And I got to go in 15. So, whoa, all those people are leaving with that group. Don't worry, I am making sure I have all of this in case it gets deleted. But Heenan is who we are all here for.
Good afternoon.
And good afternoon, Your Honor. Arnie Chambers. Along with the, if that's.
See, I asked the defense counsel which day. Or is you're invited to and the council.
Wait, are all those people for him?
That's a good attorney.
Ah, panic. Vicky, don't panic. It's okay. Breathe. Why is it not working? Judge. Can you guys see that?
You're the most important one.
See, that's
You're the.
I'm pretty sure that Teenan's
Will
lawyer.
that date 9 a.m.? Bond will continue. Will that date work for you, counsel?
I'll make it work, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, sir. All right, we're all set.
Thank you.
Thank
That
you.
concludes this matter.
Yes, it does.
Thank you.
I was only upset that they told me you went to Ann Arbor first before coming to see me, but that's okay.
I hit every district court in Washtenaw County.
And what, am I the last one?
You're the most important one.
See, that's a good attorney. All right. Court calls the case, Peoples versus Alexis Perry.
Oh.
They're okay. Thank you.
And good morning, Your Honor. Samuel Bennett.
Your Honor, Elizabeth Lippett on behalf of the people.
At that time with the probable cause conference, knowing what we are ready to do in that matter. The reason I'm asking for 3 weeks, Judge, and not 2 is because in 2 weeks, I am going to be out of the country.
Okay. All right, I can go. So I'm not on my normal date, so I'd be counting from the 15th. So I can do the 5th or the 12th of September if there's no objection from the people as for the adjournment.
There's no objection, Your Honor.
All right. So which date is preferable for you, the 5th or the 12th?
The 12th, please, Judge. If that's
See, I asked the defense counsel which date.
The 12th.
Did I even suspect he'd take the sooner date? No defense attorney would. Anyway, all right. Don't know why I asked. All right. Probable cause conference will be adjourned then to September 12th, 2024, 9 a.m. or as your invite indicates, bond in this matter will continue.
It is much appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you, folks. Okay, I am. Be back. Court does call the case. The people recalled case People versus Peter Heenan.
Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Morgan LaRosa on behalf of the people.
Mr. Heenan, who is approaching behind me.
Counsel approach, please.
Yes, sir.
Did you get this?
Has he done something again? Oh, Heenan, don't tell me you've done something.
All right. Record to reflect, we've had a pre-bench conference in the case, and there was a bond violation court counsel. And we don't need to go through on the record. There were certain things that were explained. I've explained to counsel, I'm going to want certain testing results from a Silverlink unit, as well as we're going to check into an environmental contaminant test from community corrections because of what it may be the nature of what looks like a tamper. Hopefully we can get that all accomplished, and I will adjourn the probable cause in this matter to September 5th. 2024, 9 a.m., or as your invite indicates. Anything additional?
Nothing from defense, Your Honor.
All right. Bond will continue. Mr. Heenan? You're looking a whole heck of a lot better.
Thank you so much.
And I'm just going to let you know, I saw counsel back there. I did not recognize you. That's how well you're looking. I was looking for someone that looked, pretty straightforward. I was looking for somebody that looked very much unhealthy and gaunt. And that's not what I have before me.
Saved my life.
Thank you, sir. So, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Continue. All right, I gotta take a break and then we're ready to get into prelims. Right? Is that right? Yes, please. I was actually gonna ask for you to approach.
I'm bringing a friend.
Oh, don't bring anybody with you. No, come on.
Oh, okay, but Steve, I'm wondering if this isn't from the previous violation, right? When he got picked up. Because he said he's not going to go into the whole thing, and it could be tampering, but he was in custody. He was in in-person treatment. So we'll have to wait and see. But I'm feeling positive. I don't feel like the judge would have complimented him. I don't think he'd be looking so much better. I'm just hoping that it's a misunderstanding, or I don't know. I don't know if it's false hope, but I'm so relieved to see him alive, to be honest. And I think the judge is too. It's just like one of those people that just, you can't help but get too close to the story, right? Like, I seriously hope that he is doing better.
I'm sending you that box.
Oh, hot mic.
I think.
Quick little hot mic, then I gotta go. Nah. Okay, I don't know where it is. I will boost it when I edit. Thank you for hanging out for this short amount of time. I will see you guys either later or tomorrow. I'm not sure just yet. I scratched my eye with a like a nail, piece of nail that had come off, and it's like I've got all sorts of antibacterial stuff, but it's feeling a bit like puffy and shady. I'm sure it's fine. It's probably just that like I blinked and I got the Bactroban. I don't know what Bactroban is in the US, but I got the antibacterial stuff in my eye. But I might just choose to not look at screens later. I haven't decided. But if I do come back, you will hopefully get a notification. If not, I will try to send smoke signals. All right. Bye.